Alright, everybody, welcome to MMS Live from Talladega. Garrett Jenkins up here in the booth as always, bringing you the action for tonight. Of course, right now, Kevin McCullough on top of the board, James Waring second, Corey Cheney in third. Has got a few more takers rolling out onto the field, or onto the track, rather. One of them, Matthew Baker. Well, Baker, John Ward in the number 2 machine, along with Mark Vondell. John Ward top of the board, 54.773. Ward will knock McCullough down a spot. Matthew Baker to cut the apron a little bit, try to gain a little bit more time. Right now he's within range of Ward, and at the line, Matthew Baker's lap, 54.799. Enough for third. Mark Vondell, the 59 Chevrolet Silverado across the line. Vondell's lap, 7:05. Be good enough for fourth quickest. 7:85 for Vondell. Ethan Eckert on the board, Quentin Stanbach, and Steven Scott Jr. Right now, Ethan Eckert was not a fun night for Ethan Eckert when it came to the St. Nick 500, which Malik Ray walked out in the winner in that one. Nonetheless, that was then, this, and now, and Ethan Eckert across the line. Pretty strong qualifying run for the first half, however. 7.77, not enough for Eckert. Quentin Stanbach across the line. 7.95 for Stanbach. William H. Scott, 8.38. 7th and 9th quickest. Richard Elliott, Cody Neagle, Steve Sizemore on the track now. Across the line, Richard Elliott's lap starts now, as does Neagles, and Sizemore up next. Casey Sprinkle makes his return to MMS tonight on the Raging Idiot Racing Network. Joshua McCullough as well. Right now, Elliott's having a good lap time. Cody Neagles, however, on track to knock Ward off the front spot. Richard Elliott across the line. Elliott's lap will put him second quickest, and Cody Neagles top of the board. 54.770. Steve Sizemore across the line as well as Sizemore. 7.77 with Ty Eckert Casey Sprinkle could be knocking Eagles off the top spot with 2 minutes remaining in qualifying. Sprinkle across the line. He's got it. That goes all the way to the 1,000th. But Casey Sprinkle, hell of a run. McCullough, Joshua, that is across the line, 14th. Or the 14 in the 9th spot, rather. Minute and a half remaining. Logan York, William H. Scott, Nathan Harper, Dylan Jones, Alex Hill have yet to post a lap. Of course, Alex Hill, the winner of the Frostbite 500 last Saturday night. With 44 seconds remaining, Casey Sprinkle all but has the provisional pole for tonight. Sprinkle, Neagles, Ward, Richard Elliott, Ethan Eckert, the top 5. Steve Sizemore, Kim McCullough, Matthew Baker, Josh McCullough, Mark Vondell, the top 10 for tonight. Oh, that being said, warm-up's underway. With that being said, we'll take a quick moment here to take a step away while the drivers start to warm up. We'll be right back live for Talladega. You're watching MMS. we're back here from Talladega, and let's see real quick. We cannot get a word. Well, actually, he's not in the session. We're not in Discord, so we were going to interview Casey Sprinkle. They quit mode, but he is not here tonight. We're not in Discord. So you can't get Corey Cheney up in the booth. Corey Cheney, Garrett Jings up here, broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, for you and me both, after what was a rough old St. Nick 500, apologize for taking you out at the end there.
Racing is racing.
Oh, yeah. After a rough night, really, when you return to these trucks, were you able to take away anything that you could put forward tonight or even in the future going forward tonight?
Well, I try to just hang back, let the wrecks play themselves out. I've started realizing sometimes that could be a good thing or a bad thing. You end up caught up in more of the wrecks later in the race. So it's sometimes in my situation it's been damn if I do, damn if I don't. So it's just trying to find that right feel and move forward to try to get more comfortable with the front of the pack to try to avoid the wrecks that happen in the back.
Well, buddy, going for you, rolling off 13th. With that being said, tonight, is there going to be like a sense of urgency going forward, or do you feel like this race is different from what these big money races would be like elsewhere? Do you feel like this is one you can kind of lay back in the field and, hope for the best?
More so, yeah. It's just gonna be part of when the time is right. Hang back, try to play it smart, because we know there's always gonna be at least 2 or 3 wrecks. Just try to make the best judgment and be where I need to be so I don't get caught up in that wreck.
Well, buddy, best of luck to you tonight. Hopefully it'll fare out better than what it did in the old St. Nick 500. Hopefully we'll get to talk to you at the end of this thing.
Yes, sir. Thank you for the broadcast.
Yes, sir. That being said, we're going to get his boss and teammate in the booth. John Ward, Garrett Jings up here, broadcast booth. Got a comment, buddy?
I got you, Garrett.
Well, on another note, I'll go to the man who had a better frostbite, or not frostbite, but old St. Nick 500 than what me and your teammate Corey Cheney had. Take me through, even though it was a second place run, what did you take out of that race to apply to tonight, and really where's the confidence level after that race?
Yeah, it gave me a lot of confidence and a lot of motivation and a good drive to go forward. I'm obviously the top 2 lanes are going to be working. I don't know where he's got the weather, but it's definitely going to give me an advantage from the experience from that race. I'm going to try to stay in the middle or towards the top, and I'm going to try to keep her up front. But, yeah, they already sent Ethan to the back. I don't know what he's doing, so he's in trouble already. But we're going to try to keep this thing up front here, Jim Bob, and see what we can do.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck to you. Let you get ready here. Hopefully we'll talk to you at one more spot.
You got it, man. Sounds good.
Yes, sir. With that being said, I've been so caught up in everything else. The starting lineup very quickly for tonight. Casey Sprinkle, Cody Nichols, first and second. Ward, Elliott, Ethan Eckert to the rear of the field. But we'll start fifth. Steve Sizemore, Ken McCollum, Matthew Baker, Josh McCollum, Mark Vondale, James Ware, and Quentin Standby at the top 12. Fast 12, as I call them. Corey Cheney, Stephen Scott, Logan York, Alex Hill, Nathan Harper, Dylan Jones, and William H. Scott rounds out the field tonight. 19 trucks. They will be led by Cody Nichols and Casey Sprinkle. As the field enters the United Rentals restart zone. We're rolling from Talladega. Down back straightaway, Nichols out with the slight lead. Sprinkle getting pushed by Ward and McCullough. Trying to storm back up the bottom lane to enter turn 3 for the first time tonight. Richard Elliott pushing Cody Nichols, going to try to get clear. You got MMS right now, 1st, 4th, and 5th. Sprinkle, Elliott, and McCullough. Joshua McCullough right behind them as well. 3 wide, starting to form up in the back. Scott, Eckert, Alex Hill. You see Baker jump to that 3rd lane. At the line, give it to Cody Nichols, barely. Hard to say. Well, 3x3 already. Richard Elliott up, kind of stuck in the middle. Sizemore, Joshua McCullough goes with him along with Mark Vondale, the other MMS truck tonight. See 3 wide, even further back right now. Nichols and Baker down the back straightaway again. Alex Hill, the Frostbite 500 winner. Ethan Eckert trying to rebound after a rough weekend in his own right. 4 wide for the moment. Logan York stuck in the middle. Quentin Standbach on the outside of him in that 22 machine. With 3 wide already working, and you're seeing it now. Nichols down to the bottom, going to cover Richard Elliott. Matthew Baker, Alex Hill, Ethan Eckert, Steve Sizemore, top 4 in that middle lane as Matthew Baker is straight to the lead. Right now, down the back straightaway. Well, Baker kind of stuck in the middle, ain't got no help at the moment. Ward's going to jump up behind him, maybe trying to give some assistance to that 5 team. No, Ward says, I'm going to jump up to the outside lane. As Alex Hill leads at Talladega. Eckert right up to the outside with him. Sizemore working that outside lane as well. The outside lane has the majority of the help right now. Alex Hill already up 15 spots from where he started this race. Hill, Elliott across the line, giving to Elliott barely. See Sizemore kind of stuck by himself for a moment. Sizemore going to go from 3rd all the way back. There you see Nichols up the cover. Hill and Eckert doing the same again. Well, you can make up your mind at least once or twice. Whenever it comes trying to block a run, but you do not have a lot of time. Most of the time you see drivers make that one block, and there you see Hill right back down to the bottom again. Trying to cover Richard Elliott the best that he can. Now Alex Hill, Eckert, Nichols, John Ward forcing his way up the middle. Bad fast Ward trying to make the middle work. McCullough with a big shot. Right now you see Ken McCullough, as a matter of fact, jumping up back there, able to keep it going right, almost got loose. Trying not to get put 4 wide and did a great job at it. Right now, Baker down to the bottom again. Alex Hill's going to try to block all lanes coming. He's going to jump up to that outside lane. Hold back a strong Ethan Eckert already tonight. Right on board with Alex Hill. Take on board with a couple of drivers. Pole setter Casey Sprinkle. Right now, running in the 10th spot, you can see the biggest movers in the race so far since the opening start. Alex Hill already up 15 spots where he started. Logan York up 9. Making 11. They're your biggest movers so far tonight. Raging Gate Racing Network, blimp camera. Bring you all the action. James Warren making it 4 wide. Ward's going to get put 4 wide. So 4 wide, 2 rows deep. They're going to go back to 3. Hell, I don't blame them. Not this early. Right back to 3 wide. So this new package has proven a lot of fun already. Alex Hill going to try to get in front of Logan York. Barely going to make it work. And still don't know where to go. He's going to get a run from Eckert. Down the back straight away. Another shot. Alex Hill, I mean, better be. I guess he should be glad that Logan York cut him a break. 4 wide again. McCullough stuck in the middle. Ken McCullough going to go up. Right now at the line. Hill will lead this lap, but Steve Sizemore trying to his hand at it. Sizemore going to get picked up by Baker. Logan York and McCullough is now going to Eagles. Going to try to put out middle lane right back up. Down and back straight away yet again. Steve Sizemore to the lead for the moment. Going to give it right back to York. Alex Hill fading back outside lanes. Kind of lost his muster a little bit. Spoke too soon. Side by actually 3 by 3 even for the lead for that one moment. Off of turn 4 again. Right now at the line, heavy side drafting for Logan York on the side of Alex Hill. Giving to Logan York, leading his first lap of the race tonight. Oh, McCullough to Baker hard! Goodness, Quentin Stanbach involved in this one again. Or as well, I should say. Matthew Baker into the wall. Quentin Stanbach, meatball damage. Already a fast repair going to be done and gone on the 22 machine. Oh, McCullough got turned sideways, or what the hell happened? Truck abruptly turned to the left, and that was all she wrote. Let's look back and see what happened. From the crash chopper cam. Neagles got it to the back of McCullough. Really, there's a whole bunch of, I guess you could say, a whole bunch of action going on in front of McCullough. Rewind it here. You'll actually see it from the slow motion camera. A shot there. McCullough kind of makes contact with Sizemore a little bit. Sizemore and McCullough making contact. Joshua McCullough into Eckert. And from there, I mean, they all just according affected. Neagles got him in a bad spot, enough to send him down. And Matthew Baker, an innocent bystander, and all this, along with Quentin Stanbach. And that's calamity right to start with 33 laps to go. Right on board with first Kevin McCullough through this. Long for the right at that point. Next on board, Quentin Stanbach. He's going to be like Baker, an innocent bystander and all this. Next. Well, then there was one. Matthew Baker's on board. Baker ain't even gonna know it's coming. Nothing you can do at that point. Well, first caution of the night comes early in this one. Logan York, Richard Elliott, Steve Sizemore, Alex Hill, Mark Vondell. The top 5. And while we got a brief moment in the action, we're going to take one more quick step away under caution. You're watching MMS live from Talladega. We'll be right back. Several drivers coming back in under this caution as we're back live at Talladega. Ethan Eckerty and Ward's in. The top 4 stay out under this caution. Logan York, Richard Elliott, Steve Sizemore, Cody Niegels. Eckert, Alex Hill, John Ward, Quentin Stanbach, Casey Sprinkle, James Waring. Your top 5 off of pit road. Re-racket. Logan York, Richard Elliott, first, second. Niegels, Sizemore, Eckert, your top 5. William H. Scott, Alex Hill, Ward, Sprinkle, and Stanbach. The top 10 as the field approaches the United Rentals restart zone. We're rolling again. .30 laps to go in this one. See Casey Sprinkle, whoo, almost got put 4 wide. Almost 4 wide. It was almost trouble. Quentin Stanbach slides up in front of Niegels. Stanbach holds the top 10. Right now, the 01, 02, and 08 leads Logan York, Elliott, Sizemore. Ethan Eckert battling back. Up to 4th. How about William H. Scott having a hell of a run so far tonight? Sizemore down to the bottom. They're going to try to take the lead away. Not able to get there yet. Through the tri-oval, York down to the bottom. Going to leave Richard Elliott in the middle lane with Eckert. Alex Hill, Sprinkle, wearing the top 5 on the outside lane. Logan York leads. Logan York, his sixth lap led at night. Steve Sizemore has yet to officially lead a lap. You work down the back straightaway. If you just joined us tonight, race recap already. Logan York, the leader, only for a moment. About to be 2 cautions, and there it is. Lord have mercy. Corey Cheney around in the grass. Truck looking a lot similar to what it did in the St. Nick 500. James wearing as well. Well, let's look at it. Down the back straightaway. Eckert comes down, misjudges, gets Stan Bach, Cheney involved in this. Eckert gets a piece of it as well. You see Harper going through the grass. James Waring as well. Good nest. Take another look at it. It's just a misjudge. Good nest. God almighty, what a shot. Right on board with a couple of drivers through this one. First, Corey Cheney. Gonna fall right into his lap. Ain't nothing you can do at that point, but just hold on. James Waring's on board. Sorry, been a rough night for Quentin Stanbach. One fast repair done and gone. This is not going to help his chances. Last on board we'll have Nathan Harper. Took it through the grass. No harm, no foul. He was smart about it. Get as low as you can. Second caution of the night. Right on board with the Chick-fil-A cam. That's Logan York, your leader as of right now. Richard Elliott, Ward Sprinkle, and Mark Vondell, your top 5. Logan York will surrender the lead along with Mark Vondell. Hector Harper coming back in as well. With a re-racket. Richard Elliott, John Ward, first and second. Steve Sizemore, Case Sprinkle, and Kevin McCullough. The top 5. William H. Scott, Dylan Jones, Matthew Baker, Logan York, Mark Vondell. Your top 10. Alright. Second caution of the night. We're going to get it rolling again with 25 laps to go. Elliott, Ward, Sizemore, Sprinkle, McCullough, the top 5. We're rolling. Richard Elliott, a great jump. Ward as well. Sizemore slide back into 4th. Top 4 single filed out side by side for 5th on back. Ethan Eckert, black flag. Probably a drive-through penalty. Here comes Elliott with a black flag as well. Possibly jumping to start. Unsure into why. We'll find out here momentarily. Meanwhile, Matthew Baker leads at Talladega, but here comes Ward with Casey Sprinkle again. Kevin McCullough up the middle. Got it back straight away. Middle lane already fades out though, so we're going to have to see where it goes at the moment. Ward leads at the line. Baker stuck in the middle. How about Dylan Jones up there? Ward denies him the lap. John Ward leads his first laps of the race tonight. Right now, Dylan Jones leads. Mark Vondell having a hell of a run. Up to second. right now, McCullough's Joshua and Kennan both going to try and make it 4 wide on the outside. Ward almost goes up too high. Right now, Dylan Jones leads them down the back straight again. Baker, Sizemore, William H. Scott, James Waring, the trucks in the middle lane. Oh, McCullough in contact with Ward. McCullough saves it. Corey Cheney on the bottom. Bad news is they might lose this draft. Right now, Baker inches ahead of Jones as they come off turn 4. 21 laps to go from Talladega. And at the line, give it to Jones, Ward up the middle. Nobody goes with him. I say that, Logan York gonna lead him. York leads him back. Baker way up the racetrack from the basement to the top floor. York in the wall. Ward taking evasive action. Hold on to her, boys. Still 20 to go. Here comes Von Dell in the bottom with Harper. Alex Hill as well. Quentin Stanbach still in the going. Vondell leaves that line. Alex Hill all out of shape, keeps it together for the moment. Fort Vondell led his first lap of the race tonight. Alex Hill has led 5. Third most out of all drivers, or actually second most. Logan York's led 8. Back straight away yet again. 18 laps to go. When they get back to the line at least. Right now, Cody Nichols. I've not heard a lot out of Nichols all night, other than the opening first few laps, but Cody's slowly making his way back, already back inside the top 5. Sprinkle down the cover, the pole center, back in the running second at the moment. Baker, Vondell, Stanbuck on the bottom lane. Nichols right back down to the bottom again. Right now, the 3 white ash still going on. Look at the Raging Gate Racing Network picture strategy report. Right now, everybody on a 9 to 10 lap run. And went 10 the first time. It's been their longest, as a matter of fact. Of course, 50% fuel for tonight. So honestly, probably a bit questionable. As if they can actually make it. Now Eagles going to force Alex Hill up the outside. So Cody Neagles up to the top side of the racetrack again. Neagles will lead. Down the back straightaway. Cody's already led 2 laps tonight. Look at it a little bit more. Casey Sprinkle on the bottom of the pole center. Ironically, I think he'll lap officially tonight. Is right. The final race recap so far before we take you straight to the end. Casey Sprinkle the leader, or Eagles if it ever makes up its mind. 2 cautions so far tonight and 8 lead changes. That is the Raging Gate Racing Network race recap. Casey Sprinkle leads down the back straightaway, finally gets his name on the board. There's one driver to lead a lap. Here comes Nichols and York right back down to the bottom again. Hill up to the middle. Dylan Jones will try to decide where he wants to go in all this. At the line. Sprinkle, Neagles, York. Give it to Casey. 13 to go. Oh, but whew. Sprinkle got away with one there. There. Kevin McCullough in the pits along with William H. Scott. They're the first takers to come in. Going to be 12 to go. No takers this time. Here comes the remainder of the field with 12 to go. This will be the pivotal point. This will go. Oh, Vondell saves it, keeps it going through the grass. That comes everybody, and this will decide. This is going to decide one thing: who wins this race. The best ones to get on and off pit road. Casey Sprinkle, Baker. Gonna be a drag race. Baker able to get ahead. No black flags, ironically. So this will be it to the finish. All the way back to Quentin Stanbach in 12th. So if they can get lined up, it'll be a 12 truck race to the finish. Mondale will go one lap down. Logan York leads. It's going to be 9 to go at the line. Sprinkle, Hill, Needles, Baker the top 5. Dylan Jones, Josh McCullough, John Ward, Steve Sizemore, Nathan Harper, the top 10. Right now, 7 trucks. Got a shot to win it. Ward and Sizemore slowly trying to creep back into it. Slowly. I don't think they're going to be able to overcome 7 trucks with their 3. We'll just have to wait and see. Don't speak too soon. Look in the air. The air are coming. Work them. Right in the line, here we go. 3 wide, 4 above it. York able to hold off, going to bring Sprinkle with him. Niggas slaying the door on Baker. Dylan Jones right there in the mix as well. 7 to go, going to be 6 at the line, and the action heating up. At the line, York, here comes Baker right back down to the bottom again. Baker leads it at the line, 6 to go. John Ward, fast lap of the race. 51.332. Ward right now, Meyer back in 8th. 9 trucks to settle it. Ethan Eckert Goes 1 lap down. Gonna keep them 4 wide. Five laps to go. Well, Logan York done a hell of a job tonight. He's led the most laps of 12 so far. You got Joshua McCullough and Alex Hill right behind him, both drivers eagerly wanting to return to victory lane. The same can be said for pretty much everybody in this pack. Ward up the bottom lane. Let's go and bring Harper. Oh, Josh McCullough loose, saves it. Goodness. The track's 132 degrees. She is baking. We're at the line. Eckert gonna try to get his lap back. Would love to keep it. No problem. So Eckert able to hold it for the moment. Hill right back down to the bottom again. This time we're going to shuffle Eckert out all the way up to that third lane. Three laps to go. Cody Nichols worked himself up into the mix. Right now, Hill, Nichols, Baker, Harper, Joshua McCullough. The top five was top five for a moment. Here comes Baker coming right back on the bottom. Bringing McCullough, Ward, and Sprinkle with him. Nichols down to the bottom. Nichols up to the middle. Alex Hill blocks all lanes. Nichols right back down to the bottom. Able to get to the inside. 2 laps to go. Jones and Eckert makes contact. Two laps to go. And no surrender from the top 7. I'm sorry, top 9, really. Alex Hill still defending all lanes. Harper right behind him. Baker and McCullough right back on the bottom again. We're going to see the white flag this time as long as there's not a caution. 3 wide. Joshua McCullough stuck in the middle. They're going to see it. White flag. 1 lap to go from Talladega. Alex Hill will surpass Logan York by 1 position or 1 lap as Baker almost loses it. But Hill will surpass Logan York for most laps led by 1, trying to make it 2. Down the back straightaway for the final time. They're 3 wide in the back, so right now Harper, York, Logan. I was going to say they can make the move. There's the move. Logan York to the middle with Casey Sprinkle. Alex Hill stays with Nathan Harper. York. He tried to get there. Alex Hill did just enough to side draft, catch that right rear. That's all she's going to write. Do a try over. Harper looks to the bottom. Sprinkle out of shape. Baker turned at the line. Alex Hill, the victory lane. Frostbite 500 champion goes back to victory lane one more time. Logan York, Stockton's just short. These races never disappoint. Hey, pow. Right into the outside wall does not matter. Ward Harper, Logan York, Joshua McCulley, the top 5. Raging Idiot Racing Network. Really, well, you can say it the move of the race, technically. But he blocked all lanes all night, was able to hold off when it mattered. Right there. Well, whenever he gets the side draft on Logan, stalls them out for a moment. That's really all she wrote. Harper's going to take a shot at him. Hill going to get away from him. See Baker wrecks at the line. His race coming undone. And for Alex Hill, a hell of a drive tonight. Right now, as it stands, not able to wait on Alex Hill to get in here for his interview. But first, John Ward, Gary Jenkins up here, broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
I got you, Garrett.
Well, had something at the end, waited all night. Really, take me through the night. Pretty much calm, cool, collected. Did you have a feeling it was going to come down to the final pit stop?
I kind of knew it was going to come down to the final pit stop. I had some teammates I started with at the beginning. I was real confident, and then we took off, and I mean, I couldn't get runs, and everybody they was working against me, a bunch of them, and I about lost the draft. But yeah, it's hard to get people to work with you and stuff. Everybody's on a team, and a couple of my teammates wasn't up there, so it was kind of hard for me. But we drove through it, and I worked with a couple of other guys, and we were arguing a little bit. It kind of worked out at the end, so I can't complain too much. Got a second. Anytime I'm talking to you up here in the booth, it's a good deal.
Yes, it is, buddy. I'll ask you this question, opinion based only. This new package has provided a whole lot more exciting racing compared to the gridlock. Do you think this is a step better or a step backwards for this package as a whole? And what are some of the pros and cons to this package?
It's definitely different. It's not packed up. You know, the top moves really good. The middle works, and the bottom works sometimes. But the top's got to be hot, and they got to move them. It's definitely a big change. I think drivers are still getting used to it. As far as the good things about it, there's no packed up racing. Everybody's getting a run. You can get runs. You're not just sitting there, overheating and waiting, backing up and stuff like that, trying to get people clear and whatnot. And the bad things about it is it's mainly one or two lines that are rolling. So you don't know which one to get in or which way to go and who's hot. So, I mean, it's just different racing. I think people's getting used to it. I think it's more good than it is bad. I ain't seen a lot of wrecks and net code and stuff. So, I mean, I think it's just some getting used to. It's definitely different. I know some guys ain't going to like it and some are. But I think it's a lot better than what we had before as far as competition and as far as excitement and people watching it.
I'll tell you, it was a hell of an experience whenever I ran the old St. Nick 500 with you guys. It was a hell of an experience, really trying to qualify for the Frostbite. And, I mean, I've thoroughly enjoyed it myself. John Ward, last question I got before I let you head out of here. Is there anybody want to thank Night Friends, family sponsors, etc.? The floor is yours.
Yeah, I want to thank Dega Pros first off. Everybody that races with me over there, they try to help me out, do a good job. They're always there. James, he's always showing up. I want to thank you for the broadcast. I want to thank MMS for putting this race on before the PGR event, and just everybody watching and tuning in. Thank everybody for just watching the event.
All right, buddy. For John Ward tonight, it'll be a second place run. A hell of a job. Look forward to seeing how PGR goes.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Well, that being said, the MMS winner for tonight just joined the waiting room. So let's see if we cannot get Alex Hill back up in here. Alex Hill,
Cash
Garrett
yourself.
Jenkins up here in the broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Hello?
Try this one more time. Alex Hill, Garrett Jenkins up here in the broadcast booth. Got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, taking through the night, I'll tell you, it was a hell of a job blocking throughout the night. Take us through it.
Yeah, I think that top lane was rolling the entire night, man. I mean, every time we went up there, had a couple of fast guys up there, we were able to roll it. So I think that was just the key to victory tonight, is just rolling the top lane, side drafting that bottom every time they got a run, and protecting your right rear.
Well, buddy, tell me, the Frostbite 500 winner, you come tonight and you take home the victory tonight. Really, how's the last week? Like, where's the confidence level going forward? And as we draw closer and closer to 2025, how do you feel like 2026 will roll around for Alex Hill?
Yeah, I think 2026 will be just as good as 2025, if not better. I'm seeing progression in what I'm doing still after many years of doing it. So, I mean, that's always nice to see. So we'll take this momentum, we'll take this confidence, and we'll take it to the new year.
Well, buddy, it was a hell of a job. Again, nonetheless. Last question I got for you before I let you go out and celebrate tonight, and what's been a hell of a week for you as a whole. Is there anybody want to thank, friends, family, sponsors, etc.? The floor is yours.
Yeah, big shout out to Nathan Harper, and shout out to Ethan Ecker for helping me during that race. Big shout out to you for broadcasting this thing. Shout out to the McCulloughs for putting this thing on.
All right, buddy. Alex Hill will walk out of here tonight leading 2 laps more than Logan York. Will take the most laps led and the win tonight from Talladega. Appreciate your time, buddy. A hell of a job.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. And then there was one. Nathan Harper, Gary Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Well, a great night for you entirely. Coming out of tonight, finishing third. Take me through your night from Nathan Harper. We got you on board, going through the grass to try to miss that big wreck.
The big wreck. Yeah, I have to use as much space as I can, not to get tagged in the right rear and get hooked. But this is my first interview since they've changed the trucks, and I'll be the first to say, I mean, I don't care if I cash tonight. I absolutely dread it. I mean, I feel like what we had before was fine. It was fine like it was. All lanes could work, and I don't know. It's like you don't really need to rely on the team games and mess and having to protect your right rear all the time. If you look back, like I was with Alex there at the end, we were working together. Instead of side drafting, I was trying to protect my right rear the whole time. I don't like it. I don't like the package, but
Too much
we
Gen
came out
6
here with it.
like.
Well, I don't mind the Gen 6 because it's made for it, but this, I mean, it's slow, and the side draft is overpowered. If they made the truck, if they didn't slow the truck down, I wouldn't have an issue with it. But, I'll get over it.
But, buddy, really, and you talk about the side draft tonight, really, as a whole, how's this changed the whole dynamic of the racing from your standpoint, really from any driver's standpoint? Does this kind of change the mindset and even the strategy going forward with this change in the package?
Oh, yeah, 100%. What we had before, I feel like it was even. You can push like 4 deep, 3 deep, maybe even 5 deep if you got the balls to do it. But this, top lane, it's so dominant. It's just where you want to be. I mean, you can get the third the roll if people are too worried about their right rears on the top lane, or just, temps are hot on the outside, then the bottom can take advantage of it. But I mean, really, at the end of the day, you just want to be on the top, and it's just so one-dimensional. In the middle, I mean, that's no man's land. We all know that.
Yeah.
So yeah, just on the restarts, the leader probably wants to choose the top lane, bottom lane, depending on, like, I have a teammate up there, they want to get in line. But yeah, it's changed, and I'm still getting used to it.
Well, buddy, it was a hell of a job nonetheless. I'll ask you this last question before I let you head out of here tonight. Is there anybody I want to thank tonight? Friends, family, sponsors, etc. The floor is yours.
Oh yeah, shout out to Alex and Ethan. I worked with them tonight. MMS for putting this on for us, and you for broadcasting as always.
All right, buddy. Nathan Harper walks out of here tonight, and because Nathan Harper gets his interview, I will be going to Chick-fil-A over the weekend, get my 30-piece nugget.
Yes, sir. That sounds good. Hope you enjoy.
I will, buddy. Appreciate your time. Hell of a job tonight.
Yep, see it.
Well, that being said, the results are as followed. And it will go as Alex Hill, your winner. John Ward, Nathan Harper, Logan York, Joshua McCullough, the top 5. Casey Sprinkle, Cody Nichols, Dylan Jones, Matthew Baker, Steve Sizemore, the top 10. Stephen Scott Jr., Quentin Standby, Kevin McCullough, Corey Cheney, James Ware, and William H. Scott. Ethan Eckert, Richard Elliott, your top 18. Then Mark Vondale will finish the race in 19th. With that being said, appreciate everybody watching tonight. After a thrilling run tonight, Alex Hill walks away the winner, the Frostbite 500 winner, looking to in 2025 on a good note as we inch closer and closer to the end of what has been a remarkable season for a lot of drivers. And until then, appreciate everybody watching tonight as always, and I will see everybody tomorrow night for High Gear Racing right here on the Raging Idiot Racing Network. Until then, take it easy. Have a good night.